Hello, everyone. My name is Kedi. You might know me as Les Emang, and welcome to the first episode of the First Column podcast. I'm not alone. Today, I'm joined by a powerhouse, an award-winning broadcaster. Okay, a big deal. The Kedi Lezozo Molosiwa.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so honored that you made it here.
Thank you for inviting me here. What's the name of the podcast?
The first column.
The First Column.
The first column, because we're telling your story.
Oh, okay. The First Column. I like
Yeah.
that. It sounds very magazine-y.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the vibe.
Yeah, like First Column. So
We're bringing this
yeah.
article to life.
I love it. How are you doing?
I'm well. I'm nervous. I'm excited. So
Yeah.
many feelings. So many feelings.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just curious to get into the story of Kedi, right? What makes you you? What made you, right? I think I want us to go all the way back to your childhood.
Okay. Wow. Damn. I've never done
Yeah,
that.
we're going all the way back because normally you're the one interviewing people and like
Yeah.
getting them to lay out their stories and yeah. So paint a picture for us. What is little Kedi like? What is she interested in? Is she similar to the woman that I'm sitting opposite now?
Little Kedi is a girl who has a lot of life in her. She has so much joy. And she is unstoppable. She is a girl who can do everything.
Yeah.
That's who little Kedi is. Right now when I'm thinking about her, I'm thinking about the 4-year-old, the 5-year-old. Yeah, because I remember the 5-year-old was performing like Christmas carols with TLCS
that's
on the
beautiful.
stage. And I have all the videos for this because my dad used to shoot all these videos. So I know she's that girl who's on stage.
Yeah.
She's singing the Christmas carols. It's our finishing reception, going to Standard 1.
Yeah.
And then she is reading the news. There was a video that my dad also took of me.
Yeah.
Which is funny because my dad always has all these videos of me.
That's beautiful.
I was reading the news in the living room. Kopelo, like Kopelo ki the hymn book. We're Catholic, so I had the Kopelo in my hand and I said, it's time for the news. This is Auntie Viv. I called myself Auntie Viv. I don't even know why, but I called myself Auntie Viv. So it was Auntie Viv reading the news and then she says, the cat was died by somebody. So she's narrating about a cat.
Yeah.
And then my mom says, killed in the back. And I say, yeah, the cat was killed by somebody. Yeah, so that's who she's always been. She's always been the girl who loved being on stage. She was a dancer growing up. And then she somehow became a broadcaster over the years, which is just something that she did because there was an opportunity that was presented to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But growing up, I mean, I'm a girl's dad. I mean, I'm a daddy's girl. Yes, I'm a dad's girl. So growing up, you're a dad's girl, and you have everything that you want. You have supportive parents. You know, everybody's just rooting for you.
That's
you have the
beautiful.
birthday parties. One of those birthday parties, it's 5 years, 6 years. Yeah, like you always have those birthday parties. You're always celebrated. Even when you have little brothers, you still are meant to feel like you're the princess.
Yeah.
You're the girl. You're our first child. We love you so much. Bona. So that's Kedi.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's so beautiful. You mentioned your brothers. Do you remember when they came into your life? What was that like?
I remember.
Were you ready?
No, I wasn't.
Oh gosh.
I remember when Kala came. Kala came when I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And Kala was a premature. And I remember hella vividly hore Mami na ko spateleng, number one. And number two, Kala was also in hospital. He was in an incubator.
Yeah.
He might kill me because now I'm revealing all his secrets because he wants to be the guy that's very secretive. No, people mustn't know about that about me. But, you know, he was the premature baby and then he was in that incubator thing.
Yeah.
I remember imagine you're 5 years old and then I can't enter into the room yet thing.
Of course,
So I'm standing on the outside of the room and then I'm being shown, yeah, that's your brother. Like he's inside that little box thing.
Yeah.
And you're just curious. You're like, what's that? And then I think I could from the incubator, like from the inside. And I'm like, hi, I'm your sister. Like, I can't wait to meet you. And then finally, he was able to be released, discharged. Abata like being, oh my goodness, I was that one that's like over the top, big sister,
Really?
like kissing him, always just in his face, like, oh, this is my little baby.
This was your
like,
Mpopi.
And that's his name. His name is Mpopi for real. So
Literally.
So he's the Mpopi of our family. As much as now he's grown up and he's the tall guy, he's the firstborn son. So it's sort of that heir thing, or he's the heir of the family and all. But that's what I remember vividly about Kala, just how proud I was to be a big sister. Yeah. And how much I was looking forward to being a big sister to him. And then we grew up together. And then came Didi, which is my third sibling, well, my second sibling, that is the third child. And when he came, I was already old enough. I was 15.
Okay,
So I tell him that I'm his mom. That's what I keep telling him.
Deputy parent.
So even now, he'll milk it. He'll tell me, Ibile, because worry, you are my mother.
That's
I
so
want
me
this. I want this. And I'm like, dude, I'm not your mom. He's like, yeah, but you always tell people that you're my mom, so you need to buy all these things for me. So he uses that thing when he needs me to buy things for him or whenever he wants things from me like that. But that's my baby. I always tell him, but you'll always be my baby. Even Kala is my baby. Even his friends are my baby. So I literally talk to them like they're like my little children. Like, no, you guys are growing up, but no, you're still gonna be like my small babies. That's so beautiful. I grew up like that. I grew up just being the deputy parent, and as much as it's very stressful, and I made a video about this on TikTok as well a couple of years ago, which I just reposted this past week. I was venting because I was very tired of the firstborn role, and I just said, you know what, since now, ever since 2023, I am gonna start choosing myself, because you will be milked, you will be drained.
In what way? Tell us a little bit about that.
Drained because everything is expected mohuena. You have to put everything and everyone before you.
That's true.
Just today morning, I had the desire to go to church, but because I have to drop Dinziko declassing, I have to drop him first. So it means what happens, I have to sacrifice probably going to church, or maybe I have to go for the second service. But I had wanted to go for the first service. So it's just quickly realizing
actually
there's other people, and it's people before you, and if you don't necessarily communicate what your schedule is beforehand, you will find a schedule laid out for you. Okay, you're gonna drop Didi guy, and then can you please bring some food for us later, especially if you live at home, because I moved back home as well, so it's stressful.
I get
you need the breather, you need the friends who are there like with you. Parenting, because you're also parenting your parents, and we don't really talk about the fact that we parent our parents.
Eventually it switches at some point.
As the firstborn child, you're the one that's being the mediator for your parents. No, I need some peace in this house. So mom, say sorry to dad. Dad, say sorry to mom. Like, I'm that kid at home, But I love it, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Of course, I would want the rules to just be laid just a little bit but I've come to appreciate that maybe that's what I was called to do, and God placed me there for a reason. And it'll probably make me an amazing mother one day. It'll probably also make me an amazing wife as well. So I think already it puts me in a position of advantage in terms of nurturing, loving, supporting, being there, being present, showing up. And it's like that for all my relationships, friendships, family relationships, and people that I'm close to, people that I love dearly to me. It
sounds like being the firstborn has shaped so much of your character. Like Maloba, you described yourself as being stern. What else would you say kind of influenced your character?
Oh my goodness, that's such a hard question. This is why I don't like being on this side.
On this side? Think about your friendships, maybe. Are there any friendships that were pivotal in molding you?
Yes. When you have friendships, especially from like primary, high school, university, these are different stages of your life, and you're growing into the person that you will ultimately become. which requires unlearning, which requires grace, because you need to give your friends grace, you need to give yourself grace, you need to give your parents grace, you need to give your siblings grace. So it teaches you to become a forgiving person, naturally so, because what is perfect as an individual, but you love this person so much, so you're going to give them the grace in allowing them to rectify their mistakes, in being a communicator, because you need to communicate when something is not making you feel good. That took me a big while.
It's not easy
to even sit down and tell my parents, because I had to sit them down and I told them about daughter guilt. I told them that I have that guilt. So now I have become a people pleaser out of the respect that I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to not represent you guys in whatever light. But I also struggle with saying no. So I was now able to sit down with them and tell them, what guys, not that my guys, just know what and know what it makes me feel like crap to even come out and say to you that
exactly,
because then you think, really, I can't cancel that thing, I can't. Now you want to put everything that even is not for you before you, because you just want to be the person that's pleasing everybody except yourself. So being stern comes with being honest with yourself and realizing that I can't be everything for everyone else and kind of abandon myself. I was telling this to somebody that I realized that I have abandonment issues, that I might have abandonment issues where I've abandoned me because
not other people but yourself,
but me. Yes, everybody else. But when it really comes to me, who's making me happy?
Exactly.
Who's doing things for me?
Or how are you pouring into yourself in the first place?
Yes, to be able to pour out that love, that affection, that support.
I get you.
So it's taught me a lot of those valuable lessons: honesty to self. Being there for myself first, doing that which I can do, and if I can't do something, I should be able to say I can't.
It's that honesty that you're speaking
and
about.
That's it. Just being real with it. No. Today my plan was I'm going to see Les, I'm going to do this, and then I'm gonna do this
and
as well. Those are my plans.
And standing on it.
Yes. So sacrifice that. No. Because all along you grew up as a people pleaser. Grades go skolong or pasa because it's your parents want you to pass.
I relate.
Exactly. Even with what you're studying at school, you do it because of what you're told
Other
that
people.
you must be studying. It's not about, but what do you want to do? And then when you get older, you start to realize, I need to unlearn all these bad things, because what do I want to do? If somebody said to me, who are you? How would I be able to respond that without thinking, daughter,
nurturer, friend,
you know,
exactly.
Who am I really?
I get you. So you're talking about school, and I'm so happy that you mentioned that. I, for one, don't know what she studied, actually. Take us back to university, Kedi.
Okay.
What is she choosing? We know why she may have chosen that. What path is she on? Are you already kind of venturing into media, or are you kind of steadfast in whatever track you believe you're on at that point?
University media.
Right.
I remember very vividly that I said I really want to do humanities. I want to do media. And of course, how it's 46 points, it's like, no.
Go do medicine.
Why?
Do medicine today.
Why must you go? 30 something points. And it's like, but I want to do it because I actually like it. I love it so much. So then I had to now think, okay, what can we do
meet
with
in the middle?
What do we do with these points? So my first option, go University of Botswana. That's the only university that I applied for, because I said I'm not gonna go to BAC. They get a BAC, but that thing back it's gonna be everybody from high school. I don't want to see all those people. I want to forget about everybody from high school. I want to make new friends. I want to go to a new environment. I want to have the college experience. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go to University of Botswana. That's the only school that I applied to. My first option is law.
Right.
I don't even know how, because I don't even like to read like that. But I was like, you know what? I can go to 46.
It's fine. Exactly.
I don't go. Second option is logistics and supply chain management. My third option is marketing.
Okay.
So I get selected for my second option, which is logistics and supply chain management.
There you go.
It's under business management as well, business administration. So it's in the business block, University of Botswana. And I'm starting this out. hey, ma, go di statistics, go di MGT 101, I am struggling.
Oh my
I'm fighting for my life. Like, what is this? I don't even like this. I didn't call maths. So
gosh,
call maths,
and you're okay, and you
I'm
keep
happy
it
with it.
moving.
Yeah, but now when I'm there, go the GPA, go groove,
the
pressure,
freedom,
like, come on,
exactly, yeah.
But you have to keep your head down and remember, okay, I have to finish school, I have to pass. And you've heard so many stories about people who FD in the first semester, and surprisingly, not surprisingly, that's what happened. With the ones that got the 48 points, but they did BSc. Now you're hearing
the pressure.
FD'd first semester. FD, the man's at 48. Wow, what happened? But it's because of the lack of discipline or lack of focus or just not doing the course that you actually wanted to pursue. So that's me. I'm in my university life now. I'm doing logistics and supply chain management, and then I get into radio when I'm in my third year. I think third going into fourth year. Just that period.
And is this at school? Where are we? What does it look like?
It is an opportunity go Yarn FM.
Okay.
They are putting this thing on air. It's an advert and it says, do you want to be our next presenter? What 2015. We are looking for presenters. So send your demo and bring your CV or cover letter. Let us know why we should choose you. And then record a demo of yourself like on radio. I had to research all that. I was like, what is that? And funny enough, the person who actually encouraged me to do this thing was my mom. We were together mokoloying. We listened to the radio because I used to listen to radio when I was as young as like 13.
Okay.
So
I was
I would sleep with the radio on.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the thing, I want to be a presenter. It was,
you just had an appreciation.
Like to listen to it. I like listening to the presenters. I like listening to the information. I like listening to the music. It's very entertaining all around. Then my mom is the one that says, okay, don't you want to try? And I was like, really, Mom? And I record the demo. And I submit the demo. I submitted very late. Cut off time.
Oh my gosh.
I was stuck in traffic. I couldn't find my USB stick. Oh
my gosh.
That same day, I couldn't find it. The devil is a liar.
Exactly.
I said, the devil is a liar. Yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to burn the and then I was able to get the recording thing from Ski Mask, who was at the time like a rapper.
The artist?
The artist. Yeah. So Ski Mask send me the thing on email because my friend Lorato was like, no, he can send it to you on email. Then you can just burn it onto a CD because then you need to burn into a CD as your demo recording. So I quickly sent it to him. I email me the thing. About email like internet cafe because no was not
oh my
you see what I mean?
There were so many hurdles.
Like that day, and it was the last day of submission. Like also why do I have to wait until the last day of submission? You know?
I mean,
so internet cafe, whatever the recording thing into the CD. Then I'm able to quickly catch a taxi to go to Fairgrounds. I will submit the demo. I come in late. I think I came like 10 minutes, 15 minutes late. I'm begging the lady at reception, like, please take it.
I beg.
You never know. You know, so I'm there, I'm begging, I'm being humble. I'm like, Lord, I really need this. You know, you never really know what's gonna happen. And lo and behold, a couple of months later, I get a phone call and it says, hey, we wanna come and interview you for the presenter search thing for the training that we want to do. And I think that's when my life really changed. And then Lezozo came out,
the brand that you are,
and the broadcaster girl, and she was just doing what she loves, man. You know, she beautiful. Loves people, she loves conversations, she loves being honest, and she loves being herself and really being able to be her real self.
I get you. So we are now at Yarona FM. I would love for you to take us through some of the highs and lows of your time in radio.
Okay. I mean, the greatest thing about radio is that you're speaking to people and you don't even know who they are. And the great thing about that is that you're also not performing in terms of the camera. So whether you're hungover, you don't care. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna go do my show. And the beauty of your shows is like 2 hours, 3 hours. So you can really try. You can fight. As much as you're fighting for your life, you can be like, no, I gotta get through this show today. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I'm showing up. And then another beautiful thing about it is when you meet the people that actually listen to you.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you are just having a random day here, there's an event, waiting.
Yeah.
And then you see somebody and they're like, oh, this is you.
Yeah.
I thought you were like a bigger person. I thought you had like hips. I thought, what?
Oh, goodness,
they realize, no, you're just this
is me.
small looking frame woman, very petite young woman.
Yeah.
But how come you have that voice and how come you can make me feel like this?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I really appreciated about radio, that you don't even know who's listening to you, but they're listening to you from many parts of the country, many parts of the world. So you go to Maung, somebody knows
and
you.
They know you.
You go to Palapa, somebody knows you. You go to Kanye, you go to Lobatse, like, how
did you manage that? Like, I get freaked out and I have like a fairly small to medium following.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what do you mean you saw me on the internet?
Yes.
I can't imagine having like a nationwide reach.
Yeah.
Did it come natural to you as far as managing fan interactions? Or would you say you kind of struggled with that?
No, I think it came very natural to me because ke motho ke ratang batho, ke motho ke godisitseng hela go be humble, just be myself all the time. Ga ke na the level of classism ya gore ke kare no
Ke botoka.
Ke botoka mo go se mamang kana this lady ki the cleaner wa shop so ene ke mang. I regard every single person as an important person.
That's beautiful.
You know, and even more when you are a fan, then it's like now you're on top even.
Yeah,
so whatever walks of life that you might be in, whatever background that you have, I don't care about that. I will come to you, I will show you the love, and I will hug you and tell you are important to me because you've been able to support me, and it was a genuine thing. So even up to now, just being able to meet those people as well, it's always so random, but it's always filled with so much love, and it shows you that kindness goes a long way, and it takes nothing out of you to just be kind, to just be nice, to just say, oh, hey, but you're talking to a stranger and you don't even know how you're gonna impact them on their day,
because you've made their day.
Exactly.
They needed to hear that.
Yes, I feel like today wow, you know. So, and that's just who I am naturally. You know, I don't have to really pretend or be like, okay, I'm gonna.
This is what I'm going to say.
So what you see is exactly what you get.
Yeah. So I think I just wanted to, before we go for our break, touch on like managing yourself, your finances, and your brand. Did it come easily to you in as far as being in what other people regard as like an informal industry, wherein for some their pay comes when it comes, as in when. I know radio is a bit more consistent, but as far as MCing, how did you juggle that? How did you manage your finances and ensure that, okay, I'm going to make sure that I take myself as far as possible?
Yeah. I think with radio, because you were saying khanyari salary, I mean, you get a monthly income. That really helps. As much as it might be little, it also teaches you to manage whatever little that you have. And that prepares you for the more that's going to be coming, because you don't really anticipate, I could be an MC, I could be a voiceover artist, I could try this business and sell this or provide this service. So being financially disciplined is a very important thing, regardless of how much you earn. It's just about having a plan. Even before nothing, my goal in this year, that. You sit down with yourself. I write my things down all the time. So you write down everything. So so I need to save this much, and you do. You put your head down. You say, okay, Hamadiana Zanana, Garobana, Ana good time, Ana Gailon or Antusagadina Lazai, because I'm a brand, I want to look good, I want to feel good.
Of course.
Yeah, so you just have to have the financial discipline before people pleasing, before agreeing to the brunch date and the lunch date, or you have to probably pay for yourself. You have to go back and say, do I have the money for it? Can I afford it? If I can't, can I get it from my parents, for example? Okay, can I go to Daddy and say, 200, I'm gonna go to the club, and I don't want to be asking. That's me when I talk to my dad. I'm like, I don't want to be asking men, so I have to come and ask you right now.
You have an
my brother gore ke kopa just 200 ha ke kopile ha ile 1000 ke kopa 200 thara gore bogolo ke gone gore ka diteng ke tse 2 hela gore ha o ka nna thata e be ke tsore 200 tona o ka ngisa lapeng you know o ka pusa kwa lapeng safely lo gone for that matter I can buy myself airtime so you just have to be financially disciplined in whatever industry or work that you do, regardless of how much that you earn. Start small, and then as it keeps getting more and more, so even if you are now getting 15,000, how you feel like, yo,
what am I gonna do?
No, you've laid out your plan. You know what? Okay, I want to get myself a laptop because it's gonna help me with this. So I need to save whatever money and make sure that I get myself that laptop. So you have the tangible goals and you put yourself up to the challenge. I think whatever happens, I need to make sure I have this thing done.
Beautiful. That's beautifully put. I think we're gonna go into our break now. Let's do it. Smiles for me.
Oh my gosh, guys. But why did I smash though?
Listen, we wanted to give you your flowers, literally.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
Thank you, guys. Wow.
As per your bestie's recommendation.
Yes. This is so me. This is proper wine. Wow. Love it, Hore.
Love it, Hore.
Someone have my wine today. Yo, guys. Somebody actually asked me, Hore, would I like endorse like a wine brand? And I said, no, I want to have my own wine brand. I would rather
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'd rather have because I love my wine, but it'd be better if I actually had my own wine. Yeah. And I said, no, Liz, here's my wine. Just like Bonang has
what
her
would you
own
call it?
Sparkling wine. I don't even know. But that's a good question. What the kids in a vision boarding I get.
You have to.
Yeah, wine. I don't know, but something fabulous, something.
Lezozo will be a banging ass wine.
Really, like Lezozo, really.
Exactly.
Oh, guys, thank you. Where am I gonna put this? Can I just?
It can go right behind you.
Okay, let me just put this on my table.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're welcome. I was telling Dumo the other day. For context, that's my brother. Yeah.
And I love that you're doing content with your brother.
Thank you so much.
Because I wish I did that with my brother.
I saw your TikTok with your brother though. It was so adorable.
I wish I could do that with my brothers. My brothers are too cool. They're too cool for social media.
But nonchalant.
But I love the fact that you are doing that with your brother.
Dream team.
Yeah. Dream team for real.
Yeah. I was just about to say this feels very full circle because we bumped into you in the mall years ago. I think you had like a pop-up radio setup and I was super curious and I remember you said, do you want to talk? Do you want me to ask you some questions?
Yeah.
And you afforded me that opportunity and I'm just thinking to myself, wow, what a consistent woman, what a girl's girl, what a brand. So we just wanted to thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking of building people, you've spoken at length about your parents, your mom and how she supported you, your dad documenting you across the years. Would you say you've always been super tight-knit? I know I've had my ups and downs with my parents. Did you have points where, you had to do some convincing, whether it was your career or you maybe were distant at some point? What does your relationship look like with your parents? And what values have they instilled in you that I feel still continue to resonate today?
Yeah. Listen, my parents are the best people that God has given me.
That's
truly.
beautiful.
Like, he knew what he was doing when he made sure that they're the ones that are my parents.
That's beautiful.
Because I can't imagine having to grow up with all that curiosity and all that talent and then having your parent tell you, no, focus on school.
Yeah.
No, we're going to make sure that school
Yeah.
and not actually think, but my kid likes to dance.
Yeah. Why
or
not nurture that?
My kid has curiosity instruments. So they would just buy the most random stuff that I wanted. Just tell this thing. I remember when my dad used to go on his business trips and I'd be like, I know every time I'm like, like a Barbie doll. Like that was always my request, And they would always give me those sort of things. They gave me the Barbie dolls.
Yeah.
There was one Christmas where AKA had just come out. Like AKA was a big deal. But Nako, I think he was still like the upcoming rapper guy. This was like 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had this album, Alter Ego. My Christmas wish list was Kekubata album ya AKA Alter Ego. So Nako, I think nearly when we were doing the whole, what's it called, Secret Santa thing?
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. And then like I had to open my gift. And when I opened my gift, it turned out it was the AKA album. So I was like, oh, this is so cool because I actually got the album that I wanted.
Yeah.
So that's how I've pretty much grown up. We're very tight, rautwana, tota. We spoke about the support, and if it wasn't for that, truly, Les, I don't know where I would have been in my life.
Yeah.
Even when I wanted to do radio, they were like okay with me doing radio. I think the only time where I felt like I didn't have my parents' support is when I wanted to choose a course to study. That's probably the only time. And I've, to this day, had so many sorries because they've always said, I'm sorry. Yeah, because I've always just been like, but guys, let's not if I did the thing that I actually wanted to do. Valedictorian. I think I probably would have been there. Yeah, because I did like one module, media. You know, we had to do like electives and whatever. So there was an elective that I chose, radio documentary writing and broadcasting. I'm like that, and I got like an 80 something or 90 in it.
Because it's what you wanted to do.
I really enjoyed it. I was very curious about it and I loved doing it. So I just deeped it. Damn, guys, you know, if I actually did this thing like from start to finish, I probably would have been far. I probably have got like whatever scholarship, whatever opportunities to go and pursue something elsewhere, still within
that realm,
whether it's media or communications or public relations. But also you can flip it and say, what if that thing would have made you feel like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Exactly.
So
I'm a big believer in alignment. You went through the course that you went through for a reason.
There's many ways to think about it as well. What if you did study it and then you felt like this thing is saturated. I should have done logistics. They would have given me more money. What? So there's many ways to look at things. But all in all, when you center God and you center your purpose and you center what you want, and it's something that you genuinely love and you actually put in the work to do it, you will realize that everything happens for a reason.
Of course.
And even if you didn't get to study whatever that you wanted, it's a first degree. Not everybody pursues whatever career in that first degree.
Exactly.
Yeah, the pivoting it's a lot that happens, and you realize your story is not unique.
Exactly.
Because everybody in the world goes through exactly that.
That's true.
Actually, media personality anymore. I want to go be a lawyer. And I'm okay, and I should be able to go back to school and say, I'm going to pursue this. And it's okay because we have a long life to live. We have one lifetime that we're living. And we should be able to pursue all the things that we want to pursue in our lives.
That's beautifully put.
Yeah.
So you're talking about pivoting. We know that you left radio. How did that happen? How did that happen? Maybe touch on that briefly. And, you know, how has the transition been into being a podcaster and all that you're doing?
But I've healed from this thing. Yeah. I was in a very beautiful environment until it became bad. And that was a time when it was getting awful. And it was in 2023. I think I was probably in the peak of my own career, and I felt like, okay, I'm smashing my targets, my goals. I managed to buy myself a car 2 years prior to that, using the money from radio. So I was able to save up, get myself a car.
Yes.
More so that you get to a point where now, you know, you attract brands, people want to work with you, people see that, okay, Lezozo, who is this Lezozo? They see who you are even on social media, your brand, your imaging, you know, how you carry yourself even outside of that. Or, oh, okay, she seems quite serious, but I also like the fact that she's fun, witty, easy to work with, engaging with her audience, like all of the great things that you want, especially in somebody who represents your brand. So I was able to have an opportunity to work with one particular brand that I love so much for a festive campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, so I engaged with this brand for their festive campaign. I think I can put out who it is. So it's
please
it's
feel
KFC.
free. Yeah.
So I'm working with KFC, and they engaged me for their festive campaign in the year 2022.
Yeah.
And then comes 2023. A colleague of ours, Go Yarona, says to me, Hore, early in the year, mind you, I think it's about March or something. He says to me, Hore, yo, Steers wants to work with you.
Hello.
And they want to do lunch with your faves. That's the segment at thing.
Yeah.
And then lunch with your faves, Kanagoyo, it was similar to what we're doing now.
Okay.
I had done my own 4 episodes. I put them even on my YouTube channel, just so if you want to reference it, you can just check my YouTube channel. You're going to see lunch with your faves. I had done that thing because I wanted to start that little podcast space, but also doing it via my radio show. So I only shot like 4 episodes. Let me park this. I'm gonna wait for a brand that I want to work with that aligns with me to sponsor it. And sponsoring means the production guys, the camera, the sound, editing, wardrobe, everything. Like to make this whole thing come together. Yeah. There's a lot that comes into play. There's many moving pieces in this thing. So the gentleman tells me lunch with your faves. Mind you, I had stopped recording lunch with your faves the previous year.
Yeah.
And it's been many months after. So I'm like, Kanteo, what is your obsession with lunch with your faves? Because that thing stopped last year and I'm waiting until I get a proper brand that I align with that wants to work with me. So I say to him, I worked with KFC December yana. I don't think contractually it would be good for me to now start working with a competitor brand. Yeah. So I don't think that's in the best light or the best interest for that brand, because I've already seen them putting money into my pocket. Exactly. And I would like to keep that relationship going and to see how far it can go. And then he says to me, okay, why not then talk to KFC and try get them to be a part of Lunch with Your Faves? I'm like, oh, brilliant. Okay. Why not? Yeah. And then I do that. I call the team at KFC. Hey guys, so I had this segment on radio. It's called Lunch with Your Faves. I don't know if you guys are interested in doing it, like sponsoring it. We think we could definitely make something pop with this whole thing. Yeah. Oh, yes. The team is very excited with it. They're like, yeah, no, this sounds great. Because I had now mentioned there's Steers wanted to buy it. So now it's like, oh, there's somebody else wants us to buy it. No, let's go. We can do it. Yeah. No, how much do you guys need? Please put the proposal together for us and let us know, what's needed from us. And then I say, okay. So I hand it over to the sales exec gentleman. Yeah. And I say, sir, please finish off this deal. Close it up for us. Let's go. Exactly. Hey, then now I'm in the back bench. I'm just back seated there. I'm waiting to hear what the verdict is, what the costs are looking like, because I already have my own team that I've engaged to help me with this thing. Yes. And then I get feedback, I think around June, July 2023 still. Yeah. And being told, okay, KFC is on board. So I'm like, okay, who's shooting? Because I'm like, I have a person that was shooting this thing with me, so we have to continue with the same squad, the same crew that I was working with. Yeah. And I'm like, this is the budget yabone babatabokana. Is it within the costing that you guys gave to KFC, for instance? Yeah. And it looks like now I'm being put in the very back seat again. So now it's like, but you guys can't go with this thing because mind you, it's my brainchild. It's your relationship, it's your concept, it's your basically, it's the IP basically. And then our crew, their own crew that they have, Yarna FM's crew. Okay. And I'm like, I'm not really happy about that because it's not really the standard that I had put out myself. Yeah. So if we're going to be going lower in terms of quality and standard, then that doesn't make me happy because I pioneered this thing and I think it should have the respect or, standard that it was in before these conversations happened. Yeah. And then I don't want to fight it though. It's fine. Let's continue. So we continue with this thing. Lunch with Your Faves is now airing. We're shooting the videos. They're being posted on Yarna FM's YouTube channel now. So now they're not even on my YouTube channel anymore. Okay. They're on Yarna's YouTube channel because now it's a Yarna FM thing. Yeah. That's fine. That's fair. But I have to get a commission. I have to get
Please.
paid because now I've brought a client.
Exactly.
And ideally, how does the client commission? Then that becomes the issue. We don't want to give you commission. We don't want to pay you. Why are we paying you as part of your job?
Oh.
And it's like, no, it isn't because
It's value added.
Because it's value added. And mind you, this thing had paused. You guys brought it back. So I need to get extra. Also, it's now something that I'm producing also myself, and it's adding on to the already my working out loud my show, because I'm producing my own show. I'm doing my own content production. I'm pre-recording segments because I have this whole thing that I want to do as well with the show and where I want it to go, but it's just not being seen. It's not being recognized. I'm being told, no, this is part of your contract. You cannot say that. You cannot want to be demanding more money and whatever. And I'm like, but I brought you a client and there's money that's being pumped here. Yeah. So surely I need to get some sort of remuneration or compensation for this. Then it becomes issues. Right. This sort. Well, that's the energy I'm getting. I'm reading the room like that.
Of course,
and I'm getting drained mentally. So I then decide, okay, guys, you know what? Keep the segment. Yeah. Have the segment going. You're on lunch with your faves. I am not going to be a part of it anymore. How's about that? Yeah. No, you're breaching your contract. Oh. You cannot breach your contract. You have to still present this thing.
Regardless,
and I'm like,
I can imagine.
I'm stressed. I am not happy mentally. I'm going through it. I'm like, no, guys.
How long is this going on for? When do you eventually say no, it's enough?
I think it's going on for about 4 or 5 months. Yeah. Then when I say it's enough, I think this is around October-ish, towards the end of the year.
Okay.
That's actually before Yaron FM's birthday, because I know it was around August when I got my suspension letter. Yeah. So I got a suspension letter.
You.
Yeah, I got a suspension letter. Random day, mind you.
Don't put it like
I'm
that.
telling you. Ketsa go tsaya dinepe tsa photo shoot ya rona e le gore go irwa dinepe tsa di presentara go tino.
Oh my gosh.
Presenters must come and take pictures. We're celebrating the station's birthday, yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, cool. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go take the pictures in the morning. Kya go theogela. After my show starts at 12. Yeah. But before then, even at the photo shoot, Kat, some presenter there as well, colleague of mine, very sweet girl, Kat comes to me and says to me, Kanahate, I'm going to be doing lunch with your faves. Oh. Mind you, I don't know about this.
They haven't said anything to you
yet. It's the first time I'm hearing this.
Right.
So I say to Kat, oh, okay, who are you interviewing? Okay, you're interviewing Smamang. Yeah. All right, well, normally I ask that, and I say this. So you can do it around that sort of style. Do lunch with your faves. So I had said my thing was lunch with your faves ka awara ya tang. Yeah. Then there's airtime that's been bought between 1 and 2 p.m. Okay. So it means there's no other adverts that are playing outside of KFC's because they have bought that hour. So I propose, no, how about somebody else comes and does this segment? Then I'll come back for my last hour to finish off my show.
Fantastic.
Then that was the thing of I'm breaching my contract because now I don't want to bend over to do more work and then not get paid for it.
And the letter's coming on a Friday.
The letter comes on a Friday. And I'm at the office now. I'm like, waiting to go on air. I'm just doing my prep. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, okay, what's going on there? Yeah. I go to his office. There's an envelope there on the table. Right. He hands me the envelope. I open the envelope and it's a suspension letter. It says, you have been suspended with immediate effect. You are suspended for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, you're not supposed to talk to any media about why you're not on radio, whatever. I'm chuckling. I'm laughing. I'm literally laughing. I'm like, are you guys serious? Yeah. And my whole thing was, so you guys made me come here. You guys were gonna suspend me. Why didn't you tell me to not even come?
They should have told you to stay home.
I should have saved my fool. That was my own thing. But guys. My last show, at least for my listeners, so I can say bye to my listener. I'm out if I'm out or whatever. Yeah. But I never was afforded that opportunity to even let alone say bye to them. Yeah. So I go on suspension. I'm suspended for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I'm not on air. My fans and my followers
We're
send me
asking,
messages. Okay,
what's happening?
Who's on air?
Yeah.
What's happening, Lezozo? What?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, guys, nah, I can't say anything. I can't say anything. So then comes the hearing, disciplinary hearing, and there's a hearing happening, and then we're talking about intellectual property, who owns this thing, and
concept,
I say, and I'm like, the concept is mine, it's owned by me, it wasn't there before, so you guys do not even have it on your own records, but I'm willing to let you guys have it if you can like pay me the money. I don't mind. Why? We are admitting it's not ours as the station,
But
so
it's
that
not.
became
the back and forth.
the issue thing, and then I eventually was like, you know what, I don't want to keep working here, and I terminated the contract.
Done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so I just terminated my contract same day when I had that hearing, and I said, I can't do this because there's no value here, and it doesn't seem like you are willing to hear me out. You also don't want to sacrifice or compromise as much as I have compromised this far. So yeah.
I want us to jump to now, or the period after that. You've made it through the thick of it.
Yeah.
What is Kedi doing? What is she working on? Who are you taking along with you for this new era?
Hey, then I have no plan, because I just left with no plan.
Yeah.
I just said, I don't want to do this, especially if I'm not being fully supported, especially if it's only for what benefits whatever brand or station that I'm working for.
Yeah.
So, funny enough, KFC is still my team.
Yeah.
Even up to now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can proudly definitely say that, because that's a brand that has definitely supported Lezozo
Through the
from
years.
2022 until where we are now.
Yeah.
When it comes to festive campaigns, when it comes to creating content, when it comes to promoting whatever deals that they have, they know I'm just a phone call away, and I'm always ready to work. Okay, we want to do this thing. This is the brief. What are you thinking? And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me cook.
Yeah.
And as soon as I cook, they're like, yes, this is it.
That's our girl.
Let's go with this thing.
Yeah.
So that's one of the very important brands that has really supported where I am even now.
Yeah.
KFC Botswana. Wow, the team there is amazing, and it's led by women. Like,
oh, that's beautiful.
So that also flips the script and narrative. Yeah, women not supporting other women.
Exactly.
Because I have never had that experience, especially with the KFC Botswana team. You know, it's women that are supporting another young woman, and they see you. They're like, okay, what do you need?
Yeah.
Okay. How much can you quote us? Okay, can you make sure that we have this video by this and this date?
Yeah.
And everything is always
smooth
on track. And then comes the BTC podcast, because then after a year later as well, after I left radio, then BTC says we want to launch our own podcast. We were hoping that you could be our host. So I'm like, wow, what is this? What's happening? Hey, so it also kind of felt like I'm being able to continue Lunch with Your Faves just
in
with
your
a different
own format,
style, brand.
exactly.
As much as it's corporate, but it's still easygoing. It's still very chill. It's very monate as well.
Yeah.
So, and I'm getting paid. So it's a win for
Disaga.
It's a win for everybody at this point. So I've just been able to cruise.
That's grace.
Still doing what I want to do, and it is grace. It's favor.
Yeah.
It's love. It's God fighting for you.
That's true.
Yeah, because God will fight for His children, especially where you are living a life of surrendering. Because that's all I did. Even when I left radio that time, I cried and I said, God, over to you.
Yeah.
That's all I
Putting
just
it
said.
in His hands.
So over to you, because na ha ke to go takela piso ha ke do tsa le hatsi do tsene gore ha ke di tlhaloganye do tsene gore I cannot see spiritually with my own eyes, but I am trusting you, God, in whatever that you want for me, because I know what you want is way bigger than what I can ever imagine. So that's what I apply in everything: relationships, work, brand deals, you know, who I'm meeting for the first time. I'm always like, there's a reason why.
There's a reason why. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I think we're going to head into our next break for now. Yeah. So I'm super, super curious, right?
Okay.
I associate you with your cut.
Yeah.
This gorgeous look. A consistent girl, you're showing the camera. You're super, super consistent with that. Is it intentional? Did you wake up and say, okay, this is Kedi? this is me.
Yeah.
As far as your branding is concerned.
Yeah. I really did.
Yeah.
Make it feel like I don't want to look like everybody else. And that whole thing was very intentional. I just said, you need to be different. You're already different as is. Like, you're very small.
Yeah.
You don't have a big bum.
Yeah.
You are very much yourself. And for you to keep that authenticity is for you to really be honest with who you are and how you want to represent yourself. And this haircut has been me for a long time.
How many years actually?
Long time. I think from 2013.
Yeah. What?
Yes, because once I finished prom, mohawk. So I just had like, I don't know if you know Lati's haircut like that.
Excuse me?
That is how my hair was when after Form 5 prom. And then from there, get like a kata,
experimenting
but
with
I'd always
it.
go back to no hair on the side.
The classic.
Until it became the haircut now. Okay, now I have the yeah. So it's very intentional, and I intend on keeping that for as long as I can.
Yeah.
Even on my wedding day, I was just saying to myself, to God,
Actually,
I don't think I will have hair. I think I'm still gonna have my hair like that, and then I'm gonna probably have the, what's it called? The
ponytail?
No, there's a thing.
The veil?
Yes.
How can we forget?
even with my veil, even with the lesire, I think I still want to have the haircut. Just as now, but I mean, the haircut is definitely,
it's classically
definitely my style. Yes.
Speaking of image, I was doom scrolling, basically stalking you, on your page. And you spoke about pretty privilege being like a double-edged sword.
Yes.
It got me thinking about how people perceive me, and I kind of wanted to know what inspired that post. Yeah.
You know, Les Omantakir, as soon as you go to a brand or a marketer or whatever, and you're like, hi, my name is Les. I do this and this. I'm a TikToker. I'm a lifestyle content creator. I can help your brand with A, B, C, and D. All I'm asking for is this amount of money this, and then we can do that. You know, some people only want to help you just because you're pretty. It's not even about anything else except that. And that can translate to, I want to sleep with you. Yeah. So you are thinking, nakebata business, nakebata khudisa brand, nakebata khudisa my followers, nakebata khudisa my community. But somebody else is thinking, if I can just work with her for as long as I can, I can probably get a chance. I can probably get a chance to sleep with her too, if I'm patient enough. Because one thing about men also, and even just women, because it's anybody at this point, they are patient. They will wait. If it takes them a year, they'll wait.
That's jarring when you actually think about it. Because what do you mean you're going to sit there and pretend to be someone's friend or pretend to be a business partner?
Yes.
Like,
that is the reality. And in as much as we say pretty privilege is a great thing because it can get you whatever that you want, it can get you out of trouble with the police, for example. But it could also land you in situations where if you are not alert, if you're not woke, if you're not able to
get swept
you will
by the
and
wind.
you will find yourself in very weird scenarios where you could have probably avoided it by just saying no, or by saying we're not aligned, I'm not really feeling your energy here because I thought we're working together, but
now
why
you're asking me for dinner?
Yes.
What's happening?
Why gotta want to see me without my manager or without my team? Why do you want me to go out with you really true? So as a girl child, you really have to be aware of these things and just knowing people can want to take advantage of just how gorgeous you are because to them, they just want to sleep with you. Yeah.
You spoke about having a manager. Did you have one at some point? Do you still have one?
I did.
How did that impact you?
I mean, he was able to really guide me in terms of the branding thing. You have Kedi and then you have Lezozo. So, you know, he was guiding me in terms of proposals, in terms of profiles, in terms of, you know, ensuring that you have your images, especially when you go for like events. You know, I'm an MC as well. So I would have those very high quality pictures because I have a photographer there. So there's a team that comes into play. There's a wardrobe person. So I'm always dressed up properly because I have my designer who I have with me as part of the imaging behind Lezozo's brand. So it's important to have So, and a manager can be anyone, mind you. It can be your sibling, it can be your parent, it can be your friend. As long as that person is trusting,
looking out for you,
and they're looking out for you, and they have your best interests brand at heart, then they will do it for you. They'll make sure, Les, we're gonna get you out there in the next year, and they'll have the goals. Yes,
I get you. I get you. I think that's beautifully put. I would want to sit here and chat with you for hours and hours and hours, but we can't. So I had one last question.
Okay.
Which is, how would you want to be remembered? As Kedi, as Lezozo, as the icon we see here.
Oh my gosh, guys. How would I want to be remembered? I want to be remembered as the girl who was very true to herself. Yeah. She did not have to be anybody else.
Yeah.
She did not have to impress anybody else. And she naturally was able to attract her tribe.
Yeah.
Friends, fans, followers, brands.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something that was added to my life because of just being myself. So that really is something that I would want anybody out there to remember, even about you as Les as well. Just be yourself, my girl. Be the weird you. Be the version of yourself that is actually who you are. Whether you want to have your food, you want to sit down on the floor and eat your food, you want to go barefoot, you want to wear heels, you want to wear the hair, you want to do your makeup or not do your makeup. That is who you are, because those little bits of you are exactly who you are, and that's what make you you. So just shine in your light, shine in your purpose, be confident as well in who you are, and honestly, like, everything else will follow. Everything else will follow, literally.
That's beautifully put. Oh my gosh. That last bit literally felt like a love letter to girlhood. Okay? That is so beautiful.
Because we're under so much pressure, guys.
So
much. We don't have to sell our souls. No, you do not have to do anything that you don't want to do. If you're not comfortable with it, then don't do it. Even if your friends are doing it, don't do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
I get you.
So the drugs, the drinking, the boys, the lifestyle, you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Do only that which you want to do. Because we're only one.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Liz, for having me.
So much. And that's a wrap. Alrighty, that's a wrap for this episode of the First Column podcast. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe. Special thank you to Bentat Spa for hosting us today, and I can't wait for you guys to tune in again soon.